Let's go to Brandon. Brandon is next on PTL. What's up, Brandon?
Hey, Brian. Hope you're doing well today. Over this yesterday, that memorial was such a great day. All the speeches were great. Donald Trump, Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk. I'm not Charlie Kirk. Stephen Miller, Tucker Carlson. It was just phenomenal. And the thing that I really like about it is that Erica forgave the shooter. And so when are you going to forgive Donald Trump? I just feel like you're holding to so much hate for the guy. it's not healthy. When are you going to start realizing that Donald Trump is doing a good job? He is a great guy for this country.
He's a great guy.
He is a wonderful guy.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Would you consider somebody being a great guy that it's an adjudicated rapist? Is that a good guy?
Well, who am I to judge?
Who are you to judge? Right. Who are you to judge? Would you consider somebody to be a good guy who says they don't respect John McCain, a POW, because they were captured? Is that a good guy?
It was an off-the-cuff remark.
Oh, off-the-cuff remark. Would you consider it? Got you. Let's keep going with this pretzel curling. Would you consider it a good guy, somebody who goes into teenage girls' locker rooms without their permission and brags about it sexually? Is that a good guy?
Not by your definition.
Oh, okay. So explain to me how your definition, you're a good guy if you go into teenage girls' locker rooms without their permission while they're undressing. I want to know what your definition of how that is a good guy.
It's not a good guy.
Okay, thank you. So it's your definition as well. So don't you just say it's my definition. Do you think it's a good guy to have unprotected sex with your wife 2 weeks after Barron was born with a porn star and then pay her off $130,000? Is that a good guy?
It's not a good thing.
Not a good thing. Right. Thank you. I agree with you. I agree with you. How about thousands of discrimination lawsuits that Donald Trump lost and had to pay out because he didn't want black people living in his complexes in Manhattan? Would you characterize that as a good guy?
I don't know what happened.
You don't know what happened. Okay. Oh, you don't know what happened. Let's move on. How about the Parkland Five? Donald Trump took a page out of the New York Times saying that they deserved the electric chair. And then when they were proven innocent and freed based on DNA, Donald Trump refused to say he was sorry. He refused to retract and he doubled down. Would you consider that to be a good guy?
He believes in justice.
Do you think it's justice to give some? You don't know the details. Well, let me give you the details. 5 people were convicted and then proven through DNA that they were innocent for a violent, brutal murder. Donald Trump said they deserved the electric chair. And then after they were found innocent based on DNA, he refused to retract or apologize and he doubled down on it. Based on that information, would you see that as being a good guy?
I don't think he studied the information.
You don't think he studied the information? So let me get this right. You don't think he studied the information? Okay, gotcha. When Donald Trump sells Bibles and he claims that the Bible is his favorite book and he can't recite one verse in the Bible, would you consider that a good guy, somebody who makes money off of selling Bibles?
Well, I think people's favorite Bible verses is very personal to them.
Okay, it's personal.
Like
Gotcha. So it's personal.
Right?
Gotcha. So it's personal, Tim. Okay. Would you consider somebody being a good guy who not only is a proven liable sexual abuser, but has 25 women have accused him of sexual assault or rape, including his ex-wife in court documents? Would you characterize that person as a good person?
Well, it sounds like he's a player, but I think he needs to be
so you think someone who's proven to be an adjudicated rapist, you would characterize a rapist as a player? No, a player is somebody that sleeps with a lot of women, but the women are willingly having sex with the man. There are plenty of women, including his ex-wife, that said that they were not willing to have sexual relations with him. Would you consider that to be, quote, a good person? Yes or no?
It's not ideal character.
It's not ideal. Okay, thank you.
He's doing a lot.
Thank you. No. You said he's a good person. Thank you for admitting it's not ideal.
Nobody's perfect.
It's not ideal. Nobody's perfect. So if I prove to you that he's a sexual abuser, your response to that is, well, nobody's perfect. Boy, that is really pathetic, man. I could go on and on with you for an hour. Let me explain to you something. Donald Trump is not a good man. He's a horrible human being. He's attacked women.
He's a great president.
Okay, you know what? Okay. Oh, you want to talk about being a great president? Okay, what's he doing?
Absolutely.
That's great. What's he doing? That's great. Name me a policy.
Well, number one, he's doing the ICE deportations. That's just phenomenal.
So you think it's phenomenal? Okay, so let's talk about that. You think it's phenomenal?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, hold on. You think it's phenomenal for ICE agents around the country to not identify themselves? We've seen it on video. To deport people who are nonviolent criminals without due process. In our Constitution, it says any person deserves due process, not any citizen. So you think it's good policy to go against our own Constitution? Is that what you're saying?
It's immigration law. You come in illegally, you're getting.
No, that's not my question.
Come on, Brian.
You come on. In our Constitution, it says any person has the right to due process. So you're okay with going against our own Constitution? Come on, are you okay with that?
They're not citizens. They should get out of here.
In our Constitution, it says any person deserves the right to due process, not any citizen. My question to you is, are you okay with the president ripping up parts of the Constitution? Because that's exactly what he's doing. Would you consider that great policy?
If it achieves the goal of cleaning up the country.
So we don't have to go against our Constitution so long as you think it's good policy, and you're okay with that.
You liberals don't care about the
I'm not a liberal. I'm sir, how have I used the Constitution to destroy the country? By the way, let me correct you, because everything you say is factually inaccurate. I've been a registered independent my whole life. I didn't vote for Barack Obama. I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton. There's nothing wrong with being a liberal, but that's your go-to excuse and your comeback when you get destroyed. Oh, you liberals. I'm not a liberal. I'm a registered independent, and I think you're a MAGA buffoon. Why don't you answer my question? You're the one who's defending Donald Trump ripping up parts of our Constitution because you agree with what he's doing. That is pathetic.
Law enforcement functions. It's just basic law.
It is not a basic. It is not a basic law enforcement function. It says in the Constitution that every person has the right to due process. It is not basic law enforcement function. You want to know what a law enforcement function is? You have to identify yourself, who you are. You have to identify yourself as an ICE agent. You have to identify yourself. No. Don't Brian me. When police officers don't Brian me. When police officers go into a home and serve a warrant, they have to identify themselves as law enforcement. When ICE agents try to capture somebody, they have to identify themselves as ICE agents. Don't Brian me. If you want to talk about what law enforcement are supposed to do, I'm giving you the facts. Are you okay? Since you're okay with, I guess, going against parts of our Constitution, I suppose that makes it okay with you for them to break the law. Are you okay with Tom Homan accepting a $50,000 bribe? Are you okay with that? He's a good guy, right?
I didn't hear about that.
Of course you didn't hear about that.
Because ask you a question.
Of course you didn't hear about that because you watch Newsmax and Fox News and they don't cover it.
Ask you a question, Brian.
Sure, I can't wait.
Okay. So let's see. I'm going to try to put it in a way that's easy for you to understand. Let's say someone breaks into your house.
You don't have to.
You want that person out of your house, or you just want to be arrested and taken out? You handcuff the animal and you take them out.
So let me explain to you.
Illegal.
Okay. So now let me try to explain to you something, because I'm not sure you're smart enough to understand it. If you break into a home, it is a felony. If you go across the border illegally, what do we call that?
That's a crime.
What do you call it, though? What type of crime is it? Let's see if you're smart enough to even understand. I don't think you are.
Immigration crime.
No, it's not. No. Is it a felony? Is it a felony?
I don't know exactly what it is.
You don't know anything. You don't know anything. Now, you tried to, I'm going to try to speak slowly and distinctly so somebody like you can understand. You ready for this? If you break into somebody's home, it is considered a felony. If you cross the border illegally, it is a misdemeanor. You are comparing a misdemeanor to a felony because you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Now, I hope I spoke. I hope I spoke distinctly and slow enough for you to understand. You MAGA imbecile, you. By the way, you have the better chance of being the victim of a crime from a U.S. citizen than you do an undocumented immigrant. And I hope they deport you.